Hey, what's good, everybody? Welcome to another live session with the Hype Magazine. I'm your editor-in-chief, Jerry Doby, and today, I got this young lion by the name of Josh X. That's how he's known. He is a multi-platinum recording artist, songwriter, and producer. He's worked for just about, or worked with, almost everybody they cat, uncle, and dog, from Cardi B, Jadakiss, Swiss Beatz, Rick Ross, Nipsey Hussle, Lil Wayne. That's the short list. He's been putting it down for a minute, and we're glad to get a chance to talk to you today, Josh X. Welcome.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that. What a wonderful intro, man. Thank you. Thank you for having me. How you feeling today?
Like I said, bro, I'm amazing. Every day above ground is a good day. You get to see me, so it's better to be seen than viewed. Therefore, it's amazing.
Amen.
Hallelujah.
Amen.
All right, we're gonna have a little fun today. All right, look. So I don't know how many people have talked to you, but my 1.4 million haven't talked to you. So we're going to start it off like this with an introspective. From the inside looking out, talk to us about Josh X.
So, Josh X is a little bit of, I would say, if I had to put it in a word, I would say a true artist. I started up, raised up playing classical music. My mom, like, and then pretty much like, hey, mom, I can't get girls with that. Chopin is not gonna get me no girls. And from there, I went and even though my mom was like, look, you're gonna have to play this piano until you move out my house and you can pay your own bills. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna follow those rules, being smart, because you can't afford at 6 years old, can't afford your own place.
Real talk.
So, I was on that piano. Yes, mom, quick. But in the background, I would discover artists like Brian McKnight. And are you familiar with this song? Anytime by Brian McKnight?
No, I'm not. I've never been a Brian McKnight fan.
Okay, well, Brian McKnight got me a lot of ladies. And if you don't mind, I'd like to perform a little bit of it. Because, this was me and after playing a little Chopin and Bach and Beethoven, I would see a little honey and I would get to her and sing a little song like this. And this is how the birth of Josh X happened. Went like this. I can't remember why we fell apart. There's something that was so meant to be. Forever is the promise in our hearts. And more I wonder where you are. And then my mom would come in and slap me over the head and be like, boy, get back to that classical. You feel me? But of course, I knew that R&B was where I wanted to go. So I had to bridge from getting a degree in music to please the home and make sure mom got my bachelor's, and then get to my passion. And mixing both worlds of classical and R&B, that's kind of where Josh X was born.
That's dope. And that now when you sang it, I remember the song.
Yeah, man, Brian McKnight, that's one of my biggest heroes. I was very blessed to meet him on my journey, and he endorsed me and said very great things about me. And shout out to Brian McKnight, man. He definitely got me to leave classical music and get into this R&B.
Man, I understand your pain. Well, maybe you as a musician is not pain. My mother was a classical pianist.
Oh, so
Bro, can you imagine someone like myself playing the clarinet? I hated it. I hated it. It was embarrassing.
It was embarrassing. I can feel your pain, man. And your mom's probably tell you, look, listen, this is what you're gonna play. No, and that's kind of what I had to go through too. So I definitely feel your pain.
And I came up when the only woodwind that was cool for a brother to play was the sax.
Facts.
Not clarinet.
Not clarinet.
No. So anyway, I had fun with it though, and it helped me develop, you know what I mean? So
it definitely helps. It definitely helps. I tried the clarinet, definitely wasn't my favorite, but I feel your pain, my brother.
We on the same page. See, and now I'm trying to learn how to play the guitar. So
Well, I got you with that if you need some lessons, man, for sure. I got some guitar skills.
I need that. How many instruments do you play as a
So I
producer?
started off
Probably
with
50.
piano. No. I wish. Piano is my favorite instrument. My baby. That's just what I love to play. And then from there, I branched out to playing guitar. And I love acoustic guitar, electric, and bass. And that's where I'm at with it now. I do love the violin. My mom was a violinist. That's how I got into, her wanting me to play an instrument.
Okay.
And we'll see where I go. But if you need some tricks on the guitar, I got you. I'll teach you a few songs. I'm telling you, you'll be killing it. You'll be killing it.
Man, I'll take you up on that. Trust me, I'm gonna take you
I
up
got
on
you.
that. Trust. Yeah, Fender sent me this Stratocaster, right? And then they have this program called Fender Play. So they gave me a scholarship, and I'm supposed to be I'm still learning how to fret though. So I haven't even got the chords or whatever, but I'm having fun with it. I'm having fun.
Yeah, man, you look like you can rock out a show, man, for sure.
Oh, Lord, that would be hilarious.
You got great energy. You got great energy. You look like you can rock out a crowd.
I'd have fun, man. So you did the classical. You finally were able to. You got your degree. You satisfied home. Mom, love moms. You know what I mean. Most important woman ever. I was raised with 9 sisters and a mother, so I understand the importance of taking care of home and meeting your responsibilities and things like that. But what, if any, do you remember were the defining moments that brought you over to the popular music side, and then where did you earn your first dollar?
So I really started getting popular and I say this to everybody, it starts with your own community. And in high school, I had to become Josh. At first I wasn't Josh X at the time, but I was Joshua, and definitely everyone knew me for that kid that plays the piano and sings. And I became very popular in my Queens community. And then through that, people in the neighborhood started to say, yo, there's a kid that sings, and people would want to meet me, and I would go into studio sessions and finally meet some of the right people. And I remember my first showcase was for R&B Live, and it was in Times Square. I was opening up for Tank, and I was a college student, and I was like, this is crazy. Like, what, like this, I mean, I ain't ready for this. This is big time. I only been playing for the girls in school. This ain't, but someone pushed me to at the time, my mentor pushed me to jump on there, and he believed in me to put me in front of, these really big executives, like Sylvia Rhone was there and many more. And I did my thing. And from there, people was like, hey, you know what? We want to work with you. And I started going to different rooms and discovering that Joshua, the artist, was there. And I just needed some people that can help bring it out of me. And I got my big break after that showcase. I just really just started working with so many people. I couldn't believe it. It just started happening so fast because I was in college, and at the same time I was working with like some big people like Swiss Beatz while I'm in college, and I would go back to school. Like, yo, I was in the studio with Swiss Beatz, and my professor's like, yeah, right. And I'm like, yeah, no, I'm telling you, I was in the studio with Swiss Beatz. Here's a picture. And then it just started happening for me. And yeah, man, I'm very blessed for that.
Man, the excitement of being able to do what you love and kicking it off with Swiss Beatz, bruh.
That was big, man. That was big. And then Jadakiss after, and then Busta Rhymes, and it was just like legends. And I was just like, dang, like, very humbled that, as a new artist and somebody that hasn't even created my sound yet, I was getting to work with Swiss Beatz before I even put out a Josh X song. So it was incredible to experience and very humbled by it. And shout out to everybody that definitely gave me a shot. And I appreciate that.
Look, I'm proud for you. That's like an amazing story. Having the next generation of people who are going to dictate the strength and the gauge of the fabric of music. it's exciting to see. Prince said something about why he wasn't making new music. He says, I think music is in good hands with the next generation. And then here comes people like you, Josh X, who are, legends, from Swiss Beats to Busta. Bruh, hip hop, shout out LL Cool J, but you really just don't get no higher than Busta.
Too. I worked with LL though, man. And that was a very humbling thing for being from Queens. Shout out to LL Cool J. Had me in the stew with him too. So that was dope as well.
Queens has a huge musical legacy. Did it bring any added pressure for you to stand out?
Yeah, because the thing is, my mom's, she raised me in the suburbs, and I don't have no reason to cap with that. Like, I really feel like I want to be that kid that makes that cool. Because people feel like, oh, you from the suburbs, you ain't got no swag, you ain't got no drip. But that's actually not the case. I feel like the person that you're supposed to be is within you, and then you bring that to your community, wherever you are. But of course, you get influenced by the sounds out of the neighborhood. So I used to get joked upon, like Lloyd Banks. He used to, he joked on me one time, like, yo, what part of Queens you from? And I'm like, I'm from Belrose. And like, that ain't Queens, that's Long Island. I'm like, nah, it's Queens. But for me, I always known that, Queens has so many different cultures. Like, I don't know if you've ever been to Queens, but you'll find everybody from every part of the world and every language from every part of the world in Queens. So I feel like it definitely influenced me to like think out the box. You'll hear hip hop music, Latin music, Asian music, this music. It's so much music. So for sure, I definitely say being from Queens helped me for sure.
With that being said, just being from Queens and having such a diverse sound library to pull from, and then all the music that you've created and listened to, are you still able to vibe out to music for the love of music, just to rock out, or has that been jaded for you? And do you find yourself always analyzing what you hear?
A little bit of both. Sometimes I'll get into the music and I'll just be like enjoying it, and not really trying to listen to the lyrics and the melody and the cadence of the song. I hate when I do that because it's like you can't really enjoy it when you're critiquing it. But sometimes, and I hear a song and I just get blown away, like Drake's new project, for example. There's some songs on there that I just listened to and I wasn't critiquing it. I was just like, damn, the beat pulled me in and the lyrics just felt good and I wasn't listening. And then I go back now being an artist and a writer and a producer, and I'm like, how do you do that? And not to say Drake's project, but any project that I'm into, and I'll listen to it and see what I can do. And sometimes I even find myself like ad-libbing and adding harmonies. Like, yo, I wish I was in the studio at this session. I would have put this harmony on this. This would have sound crazy. So it's a little.
Uh-oh, Josh froze up on us, man. He was just getting into it. There you go. Now you're back.
Okay, we froze up. Yeah, I truly do enjoy it. And I get a kick out of it both ways, to produce, listen with the production ear or the writing ear and the fan ear, it's fun.
In the process, what is the most fun for you in the process? Is it the creation of the sonics, the writing part? Are they equal? One more than the other?
Sonics.
Okay.
The creation of the sonics. Like when I hear that go into my ears and I know that like music is so special, that's when I know like it's, I really feel music is a very spiritual thing because you start to hear sonically sounds and harmonies and frequencies in your ear that is like magical. And I feel like lyrically, I do get high off of it. When I hear the lyrics, I'll be like, damn, I killed that. I told that story. Like, you feel me? Like, there's days that I'll say that, but the sonics is always the thing that gets me. I feel like when I'm working with someone too, I try to bring my sonics to them and the energy of that frequency that they're not normally gonna get. Because lyrics can get, come from many different writers, but that frequency of how you sound and that music, that energy you put out is really your sound. So yes.
Okay. what I liked about Forever Love, which drops November the 18th. Did you do the production on this?
No, I didn't. My boy TJ, my producer, he definitely talented. Shout out to TJ, the beat man. He's out of Houston. He's a producer that I brought on to the team. I'm very proud of him. He's really been working, doing his thing, and I really cooked up this song with him. And he shot it to me, and I was like, nah, I gotta go to the studio, and I wrote the song. But TJ, the beat man, is the producer.
Okay, I was going to say, because what I really liked, and then now that now that you said you guys cooked it up together, what I really liked about it was that the music bed didn't overwhelm the lyrics. It wasn't overproduced. Not that it was devoid of layers and nuances. It was just perfectly done and allowed the voice to be the vehicle to drive the joint. So It became the accessory rather than the main outfit. You feel me?
You get it. You get it. Your ear, you definitely got a musical ear, because that's what we wanted to create. And that's cool that you were able to catch that.
I've been listening, bro.
I see you, man. You might be a low-key my A&O on the low now, man.
I don't know about all that. Look, bro. I don't know about all that. You have accomplished so much already.
Thank you,
bro. You know, I don't think I would fit into that. I know how to stay in my lane. And,
I appreciate the honesty.
Yeah, I'll talk to you about music all day long, you know what I mean? But so I would like to know, as you have navigated the maze of the industry, has there been a song that you started that you know is going to make a difference? It's going to be a forever song that you have hidden in the vault, and why is it still there?
That is an excellent question, and I don't believe anyone has ever asked me that. Wow, I do. And I feel I have a really, really powerful record. Why is it still there in the vault? Because I feel I have to make sure that the world and myself is in the right position for people to receive this record. I do feel like, due to where we are today, we are getting closer for that record to be released from the vault.
Okay.
But I know that when this record drops, it's that record. It's that record. It's that life-changing, gonna make a change Michael Jackson record. Like, it feels big like that. And I want everything to be ready for it. And for me to be in that place so I can carry that and lead it and drive that song where it needs to be.
Oh, I'm excited for the future. Come on with that. Y'all don't have to make the world worse for him to drop the song, but
no.
We definitely look forward to it. I love the music. Funny. I love the music that I've heard. You know what I mean?
You.
And the opportunity to speak with you. How did you come upon and decide upon the Josh X voice, your signature sound?
Well, I think it's been a ups and downs, a lot of trials and tribulations, trying things and seeing what the majority, but staying true to myself and not letting the majority take me away from myself. So I think I've learned to balance listening to your team and trusting your team and leaning on your circle to say, you know what, this is a cool sound, and then trusting the artists in you as well. And I think Josh X, the core of Josh X, is the singer-songwriter, musician. And, because I am an artist that writes and produces, I can explore different sounds and still make those sounds Josh X. So when I do decide to write an Afro beat kind of vibe record, it's still gonna be a Josh X influence, just paying my credits to that genre of music. So I feel like that's how it's really gonna be. And I've come to that by trusting the process. You gotta trust the process. I put out songs and I'm like, I didn't want to listen and I should have maybe had listened, and then vice versa. I put out songs that I did and maybe I should have. So it's like I truly think now where I am as an artist, I'm learning to really go with my gut. That's been my thing now in 2022 and moving forward, is that gut feeling of knowing like this is your sound and this is what people are gonna love, with trusting your team, takes the artist a long way.
Okay, okay. You talked about process. I started, well, in one of my other lives in the industry, I used to run a national street team, right? So
Wow.
I'd be sitting in some of the fun times was sitting in the studio watching, cats like Rappin' Forte and Kid Frost and these guys were playing dominoes and somebody says something slick, of course. And the next thing you know, somebody says, "Oh, that's a hook." And we playing, and they interrupt my domino game, developing a song, and all of a sudden they're gone and they're in the booth, right?
Mm-hmm.
What has been your most interesting song, just out of the blue, random song creation moment?
Random song creation moment. I feel like my song First Time, which got me endorsed by Stevie Wonder. I literally didn't even really want to write the song, but I was in a bad position. All flights were canceled, and I was wanting to get to my birthday the following day, but I was in Florida and I had to get to New York. And my boy was like, "Yo, we'll drive." And I'm like, "Damn, man." I'm like, "You know what? Let's just do it." And I never driven a stick shift at the time, but he was like, "Here, this is how you do it." And he kicked it in the first gear. And he was like, "Once you get past first, you'll be fine." So I'm driving, and then in my head, I start writing this song that I didn't even really know was going to be a song. And that was one of my biggest songs that got me to places with that I never thought I would be. But that random moment it happened, and it all triggered from being stuck in a position and being bored and now just like mumbling things in your head. And then because I remembered it by the time I got to New York, of being in that drive for 17 plus hours, I was like, you know what? I should probably lay this down. And I laid it down, not knowing that it was going to be a huge hit for me. So I was very happy with that.
Ha! That's a heck of a story. Being stuck in Florida, trying to get to New York, and the flight is canceled. And here comes a song because he learned how to drive a stick shift first time.
Yeah.
Okay, I love it.
It's a hell of a moment.
That's one of the coolest first time stories, the random stories that I've heard in my 10 years of doing this, right? So I'm like, okay, I like that. I like that. I gotta respect your time, and I know that there are so many questions I would love to ask you and conversate with you about, and hopefully your team will allow us to do this again. I definitely want to take you up on the guitar lessons.
Oh, for sure. I got you.
Okay. I would like to know, you went to college and you said you were suburban. So I'm going to ask you this, no insult. Were you a scholarship student?
Yes.
Oh, damn. Okay. Well, because I was going to lead, I asked that question because I always want to know, what was your favorite college struggle meal? Like, what was your go-to? Everybody says noodles. Mine was Doritos with cream cheese and orange crush, right? What was yours?
Oh man, I ain't gonna front, man. I was even good in college. Maybe too good. Maybe too good. Maybe actually too good, because college was paid for. Mom made sure that this piano was gonna get that scholarship. That's why I told you I didn't have no choice. She was like, "Listen, I'm not paying for no college. You know what I'm saying? Your pops didn't need no money. This, because my mom's single mother, raised 5 of us. She was like, pops didn't pay no child support, and this piano is going to pay for your college." So with having that, I saved her tons of money. She gave me, let's just say, mom gave me a good food budget for me to make sure that I kept my grades up. And I used to eat pretty good. But my favorite not good food, unfortunately, was my double cheeseburger at McDonald's with a sweet tea.
Okay.
Sad days, sad times and sad days. We're not doing those things anymore. But yeah, I couldn't help myself. I would always go to the studio and find me with a double cheeseburger and sweet tea.
Okay, I'm rocking with the double cheeseburger as long as there's no pickles or onions on it, and I could deal with the sweet tea. You know, I love it. So, yeah, I was stuck on nacho cheese Doritos, cream cheese, and orange crush soda. That was mine.
They got this nacho cheese bagel in Long Island.
Really?
I'm telling you, if you're ever in New York, I got to send you a dozen. They are incredible with cream cheese. It's like a nacho cheese Dorito bagel, and they like burnt the cheese Doritos in the bagel. It's incredible.
See,
that's another conversation. That's another conversation for another time.
Well, heads up, I'll be there in March.
Oh, okay. So we're gonna get lit.
Yeah,
we're gonna get lit.
Great grandmother's 90th birthday is in March.
Wow,
we're going to
bless.
Niagara Falls. I've never been to Niagara Falls, so I'll be in New York.
That's beautiful. God bless.
Yeah, thank you. Is there anything that you wanted to cover that I may have neglected? We've got a few minutes left.
I just want to let your audience know to look out for me coming on tour, top of the year. I'm gonna be hitting some cities and some shows. I actually have a show this December at SOBs. Okay. So I'll be in New York performing. So that's really cool and lit. And look out for my EP, you know, at the top of the year. You know, I really want to put out a collection of songs. So you'll get that before we release. And I'm sure we'll be speaking again. And definitely just tell you, you know, I want to let your audience know, man, I'm out here for real. And the music that I bring is for people that want to feel something that, you know, maybe they're missing in life. And I hope you guys love it as much as I do. And look out for some more, because I'm definitely coming with it.
Okay. Outside of the music, and I know that you're a busy man and highly in demand, do you have a community initiative that is near and dear to your heart?
Absolutely. I have a few, but one of them is you know, helping a lot of kids. I feel like that my calling with kids. I love to help my mom. I kind of got that from my mom. My mom adopted 7, which is a lot, right? But yeah. She loves kids, and you know, I'm creating music programs for kids that have autism, and you know, a lot of things that I'm working on. But that's one of my big things. I have a barbershop in Long Island where, you know, I always have big barbecues and back to school drives. The barbershop is called JX Cuts. And every year we give back book bags and, you know, school supplies, and make sure we send turkeys for Thanksgiving. And I'm really big with that. I believe that my blessings come from above, and that a big part of me getting that is to help people get, you know, to share and give back. So that's definitely a lot of things I do for the town, and you'll be hearing about a lot of it soon.
Okay. All right, everybody. The Hype Magazine live sessions. Josh X. This young lion right here is somebody we're going to be talking about for decades. You'll be talking about him long after I'm gone. You feel me? The new joint is Forever Love. It drops on the November the 18th. I'll be back to talk to you about it more. I can't say too much because it ain't dropped yet, but I'll say it's fire. It's not overproduced. The young man has an amazing voice, and it's a showcase. It's a showcase record. I'm gonna say that. It's a showcase record. It's a 4 out of 5 for me. I'm not a love song guy, but he kind of converted me over a little bit to a fan. So I love it. Stay tuned. Top of the year, young brother is going to drop the EP December what? We're in SOBs December 7th. December 7th. If you're in town, definitely go support this young brother, and we're going to get him back. So, hey, it's cuffing season. Trust me, Forever Love is going to help you out if you having problems. He's getting your point across if you don't know how to express yourself. If you've always been too hard for yourself and you need some help with some words, we got a fresh, young version of Freddie Jackson here in Josh X. He putting it down for you. You know what I mean? Forever Love. Till next time, my brother.
Peace.
Peace.
Appreciate you. Peace.